Let me break to you a cold fact about modern dating. The margin of men that women truly lust over is shrinking every passing year, while a vast majority of marriages and relationships are formed out of necessity or convenience. As society gets more fractionated, the spoils of the dating marketplace are going to a smaller and smaller number of men on the top shelf. As a self-respecting man myself, I shudder at the thought of my woman being with me simply for what I can provide, and not truly being attracted to me over every other man that has approached her. It's a difficult predicament modern men find themselves in, as the criteria for an attractive man reaches the sky and quality women become a fleeting commodity. So when someone comes asking how they can make their woman obsess over them and love them over anyone else they ever have, I'm sometimes left scratching my head. The brutal truth is this: it has never been more important to level up as a man. The deregulated market of modern dating will wipe out any man that doesn't measure up and does not care if you're barely scraping by with no love and partner in your life. It's a bitter but pragmatic piece of advice. Average is no longer enough, because modern dating now resembles some of the most unequal economies of the world. And you know exactly what happens to the poorest in this world with no safety net and nothing to live for. For better context, I suggest every man look this up: the Female Delusion Calculator. It's a science and stats-based calculator where you can simply enter the characteristics of an average man, like their age, height, income, and physique. And in return, you see how rare you are in the male population based on those stats. You will realize that the kind of man that modern women want is usually less than 1% of men. This is a reality that should smack you in the face and force you to take action in your life. There is little to no chance that you measure up to the impossible standards that modern women want. And it is increasingly becoming likely that you will spend a large part of your life just searching for the right woman instead of actually being in a long-term happy relationship. So when you find yourself stuck and can't figure out a way to make it in the tightening global dating marketplace, what do? Well, I hate to break it to you, but everything about your current life will have to change if you need to garner the pure love and attraction of a woman. From your tangible physical being to the mindset that drives you, everything needs an overhaul. This is the only game in town for you, because the men that remain complacent and uninterested in self-improvement will soon find themselves lonely incels on a downward spiral. The walls are closing in for you on both sides, and time is running out before you take deliberate and conscious action. But is there an easier way to kill the competition and surpass other men in attractiveness? I believe there is. It's not a cure-all panacea, and neither should you expect one. But it's a grueling form of self-discipline that will help put you ahead of most modern men in the world today, and lay the foundation for all your future self-improvement struggle. It is the discipline of seed retention. The world in 2023 is inhabited by a swath of hundreds of millions of men hooked to online adult content and a habit of depleting their seed through jerking off on tiny images on a screen. It is the cheap and pathetic replacement they have found for actual sex and relationships, and it is chipping away at their masculinity every passing day. Imagine a world like this, but replace porn with any other drug that destroys men's dopaminergic response systems. Imagine a world where billions of men were dependent on meth or cocaine. How easy would it be to crush the competition? Translate that into adult entertainment, and the problem becomes clear as day. You live in a world that bombards you with sexual triggers and uses your sexual instinct as a marketing tool for the modern consumerist society. But this constant state of depletion has taken its toll, and a very tiny percentage of men have been able to escape its grasp. This means that in order to outcompete the majority of modern men, all you must do is intervene and break this vicious cycle of seed depletion. You need to stop wasting away the most vital life force that your body produces, and only then will you be able to sustain your journey to self-improvement. I see men around me thinking they are doing everything right, but hardly even paying heed to the habit of seed depletion. Those are men still living in an idealistic and utopian world, where your self-destructive habits don't have their inevitable negative consequences. These are the masses of men you come jump over and get ahead of the line while they are hunched over at their phones playing with themselves. It is a cold and bitter reality of the modern world. But masculine life has always been about competition, and you need to do whatever you can to win. There is no other choice. Think about it from a woman's perspective, and it becomes abundantly clear. Women are walking around looking for the most high-value man they can snag. But paradoxically, sexual freedom has not provided them with better quality men they can date and build relationships with. Instead, they realize that the kind of man they want is in extremely short supply. Men they encounter are more than likely hooked to this online drug and the depletion lifestyle. Even men that are rich and handsome lack that spark in their eyes and glow in their face from this excessive habit. Women have amazing intuition, and they are able to sense the man that is hollow and empty in his sexual being. They can sense the lack of confidence that comes with constant exposure to hardcore adult content. They can tell if you are nervous or awkward because you fail to maintain proper eye contact or have jittery hand gestures. So even though it might appear that only 10 or 20% of men measure up statistically to the kind of man that women find attractive, the percentage drops in the low single digits when you factor in how many men are hooked to the drug of online adult content. This is where you step in and beat all those other men with discipline and self-restraint. Unplug yourself and realize that your self-destructive lifestyle is destroying your chances with women and of having a successful life. You will reset your body's natural sexual cycle, and the energy will be redirected to giving you a confident masculine aura. Your hair will grow thicker and fuller. Your skin will radiate with an irresistible glow. Your muscles will ripple with every flex. Your smile will be brighter and more confident than any other guy, even though they may have the fancy cars and good looks. But that requires sacrifice. Sacrifice that will separate you from the 99% and propel you into the top 1% of man. This is the choice you are presented with. It is binary. You lose or you win. You work to maintain discipline or you don't. You succeed or you fail. So take stock of your life and make the right choice. This is the potential edge you have in the modern dating market, but it requires effort and discipline to actualize it. For that, you need the right guidance and motivation, and that's why this channel exists. So like the video and hit the subscribe button to never miss another update. The knowledge you find on this channel will help you beat the competition and build yourself into a man worthy of respect and love. See you in the next video.